I think after that game, all the hell we can say is thank God for Carter Hart and thank fucking God the losing streak is over. Thank God we can actually talk about a Flyers win, for Christ's sakes. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to TTP Sports, and the Flyers snap their losing streak. They win in Vegas tonight by a score of 4-3. And before we get into the recap tonight, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button. I will greatly appreciate that. So if you're a new subscriber to the channel or new viewer, I recommend you hitting that sub button for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events. And if you are a current viewer of the channel, current subscriber, I am very grateful for you being here that long and continue growing down the road. So now we're over 400 subscribers. Let's get to 500. And you know what? When we get to 500 subscribers, maybe I'll do a giveaway for you. So maybe that'll entice some people to get to 500 subscribers. There you go. Maybe a giveaway at 500. So let's try to get there. Let's continue to grow this thing and move forward from there. So getting into tonight's business, the Flyers beat the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 4-3. And Carter Hart, my goodness, he was absolutely just flat out fantastic in tonight's game. 41 saves on 41 shots. 41 saves on 44 shots, actually. If you had 41 on 41, it'd be a shutout, but still, you know what I mean. The guy was flat out fantastic tonight, basically single-handedly stealing this game and ending the losing streak. The man was fantastic. Just, like, you can't just, you just can't, I guess, compliment him anymore. You just can't say any more about Carter Hart because he was all it today. He gave the Flyers confidence. The Flyers scored goals, and he came up huge for them because there were so many spurts in this game where Vegas controlled the pace, and they were coming at the Flyers hard. And I mean hard. And Carter Hart was there for that. Oh, and especially when you're coughing up 3 late power plays at the end of the game. With a 4-2 lead. You don't want to do that. And sadly, one of those last power plays turned into, the 4-3 goal for Vegas with the final, minute and a half left. So, yeah, thank God for Carter Hart, making some robberies on the glove save, getting some help by his best friend, the post on the Max Pacioretty breakaway. Max Pacioretty was all over the ice tonight for Vegas, getting 2 goals tonight. He was just, flying all over there, especially in that second period. He had, one shift where he got, 4 scoring chances. I'm like, what is going on here? It's just they're flying all over the ice. And the Flyers power play, scoring 2 goals? What world is this? What the fuck world is this, scoring 2 power play goals? My goodness. I think there was a stat today. Well, that just said after the game. The Flyers, this is the second time this season that they scored 2 power play goals in a game. My God, was there a full moon tonight? I know at the end of the day, maybe they can build some confidence off this game. And I think that's all they need right now is just find some type of confidence. But at the end of the day, I think we still know right now what this team is. And I think we still know the long run of what this team is. But it's just nice to talk about a victory for right now. So I really don't want to get into, any of the negative stuff. Let's just talk about the positives. We got to fucking win. I think that's all that matters tonight because you have a game tomorrow, less than 24 hours in Arizona against the Coyotes. So that could be a big chance to, get a 2-game winning streak going on there. I would assume Martin Jones is getting that start tomorrow after all the crap that Carter Hart went through tonight. I would assume that Mike Yeo is going to give him a nice day off tomorrow. Hopefully the Flyers going to get that victory against Arizona, just build some confidence off this game and, move on to going back home and get a couple of days off after that weekend. So, going into this game, 10-game losing streak, and, just try to get a good start against a very good Vegas Golden Knights team who is also dealing with some of their issues. They have some injuries. A lot of players are missing from the lineup, and also there's a lot of things, there's some problems with this team. Vegas surprisingly has a worse power play than the Philadelphia Flyers. I would have not believed that. And also Vegas is a team that can't keep the puck out of the net either. They're one of the, bottom teams in goals against. I think it's bottom 20 at least. So they can score goals, but they also give up goals. So that's somewhere you can take advantage in that situation where you have a game like Carter Hart had tonight. So Flyers get on the board early. They actually had an early power play in this game, but James Van Riemsdyk, 5 seconds into the power play, took a tripping penalty, and that made it for 1-4. But thankfully, Kevin Hayes, who I thought had a really good game tonight, had a really good shift on this play, driving the net. You get a shot from the point from Scott Lawton. You got Kevin Hayes getting the rebound, backhanding it into the net, making it a 1-0 Flyers lead early in this game. That's definitely something you need to build some confidence. And they did get some chances throughout this period. And really, I think when they got their chances, it became more of Vegas, getting the chances. They did get a power play halfway into this period as well. JVR going to the box once again. Vegas couldn't score on that power play. Carter Hart coming up huge as well. And Vegas' power play, just with all the talent that they have on that power play, guys like Pacioretty, guys like Stone, guys like Marchessault, Carlson, Pacioretty, I'm just like, how is his power play one of the worst in the league? It's got to be systematic. It's got to be just, I don't know, maybe it doesn't mesh well. I don't know. I don't care. So you got that 1-0 lead going through majority of the period, getting towards the late stages of the period, try to get into the intermission, but a late surge by Vegas. It's basically that initial, original Vegas line: William Karlsson, not Max Pacioretty, Jonathan Marchessault, Riley Smith, the guys that have been there since the expansion when they first came to Vegas. So they get a nice passing play here, and it's William Karlsson redirecting a pass from Jonathan Marchessault into the open net, tying the game up at 1 going into the period, and that's a ball buster type of goal. You definitely don't want that going into the intermission. But you come into the second period. Okay, Vegas starts off a little hot. They get their chances, but the Flyers fourth line, a little over 5 minutes into this period, they get a chance going up the ice. Max Willman throws a shot on net, goes around the net, and he gets a pass from Patrick Brown, and he is able to, Max Willman, get his first NHL goal, putting one by Brossoit, who was the goalie for Vegas tonight, and he gets his first National Hockey League goal of his career, putting the Flyers up 2-1. So big goal for Max Willman, and the Flyers go up early in the second period, 2-1. But then Vegas, they start to pounce a lot during this period. Max Pacioretty was all over the ice in this period. It's like I said, that one shift where he had like 4 scoring chances, a breakaway, then you just had all odd man rushes going down the ice, Carter Hart having to come up huge. Flyers got their chances as well, don't get me wrong, they did, but I felt like Vegas had, I guess more of the tilt of the ice, but it also kind of felt like it was a back and back, but I think Vegas's chances were a lot more, I would say, dangerous than the Flyers were. And once again, Vegas gets a late goal from Max Pacioretty. They go into the zone. Flyers are struggling to clear the zone. Pietrangelo throws one on net. Carter Hart, through traffic, it bounces off of his pads, and for some reason, Max Pacioretty is wide open to bury the rebound past Carter Hart to tie the game up at 2. And there were a couple of goals, especially like on the first one too from William Karlsson. There were just guys left wide open, and I'm not sure if it was just lapses in defenses, guys puck watching. It just wasn't good. So that's what happened on this Pacioretty goal to tie the game up at 2. Going to the third period, game tied. You get an early power play. Carter Hart coming up huge this period, but this power play actually does not take that long to get going. Sean Couturier, one-timer from Keith Yandel, also had a beautiful pass from Claude Giroux as well. Puts it past Brossoit. Flyers go up 4-2. Not that long later, power play again. JVR, beautiful pass from Konechny. JVR ends his goalless drought, and he puts the Flyers up 4-2. And credit to not, Carter Hart throughout this game was making huge saves, because I forgot before the first Flyers goal even happened, there was an odd man rush for Vegas that Carter Hart came up huge on, which allowed the Flyers to go down the ice only a couple of seconds later, and they managed to score that goal. There were so many instances where Carter Hart came up huge, and the Flyers were able to cash in like minutes later, seconds later. So that's what, a good goaltender and having a good game can do for you in this one. And Carter Hart, basically, I think this was after the Sean Couturier goal. He robbed, I forget which Golden Knight it was. He robbed someone with a glove. I think it was after the Coots goal. And then as you go out throughout the third period, Carter Hart having to come up huge. It was just like, my goodness, can this guy just get a break? Can you guys just have a shift where you don't collapse in your own zone and allow Carter Hart to make all these goddamn saves. Thank God he's making them, but my goodness. But actually, during one of the Vegas power plays, Rasmus Ristolainen picked up Carter Hart, became the goaltender for a second, and robbed Mark Stone. So thankfully, that happened. But as you get into the later stages of the third period, you get halfway towards the end, Konechny get the high sticking penalty. This was after the JVR goal. And then Keith Yandel takes a hooking penalty. He goes to the box with around 7 minutes left, and then with 2 minutes left in the game. So the Flyers kill off those 2 power plays. Thank God for Carter Hart. But then you take that very weak slashing call, 2 minutes left in the period. Sean Couturier, I thought it was a very weak, but the refs were not putting the whistles away in this period for some goddamn reason. But nonetheless, Vegas goes on the power play. They don't waste time. It's Max Pacioretty making it a 4-3 game with, I think, around a minute and a half left in the period. So, and for some reason, I have no idea why the NHL app is not updating at all with the Max Pacioretty goal, but it definitely happened for some reason. For some reason, it doesn't even show Pacioretty's goal on the score sheet here. It's just like they have the goals from the first period, they have the goals from the second period, but third period, for some reason, it was just the Flyers that scored both goals. But hey, Max Pacioretty does score, and it makes it a 4-3 game there. Vegas continues to press on at the end stages of that period. Flyers trying to clear it into the empty net as many times as possible. They miss, and then you get to the final stages. You ice the puck with like 0.9 seconds. You get that center ice face-off, and the game ends, and the Flyers end their losing streak and win by a score of 4-3. 3 stars of the game. Carter Hart definitely deserves that goddamn first star. Sean Couturier, he gets the second star of the game, and Max Pacioretty gets the third star of the game. Shots on goal in this game, 44 shots for Vegas and 25 for the Flyers. Vegas edged the Flyers in faceoffs, 52%. Vegas goes 1 for 6 on the power play. The Flyers go 2 for 3. So the power play actually being beneficial for the Flyers for goddamn once. Very physical game. 30 hits in favor of the Flyers to 20 for Vegas. Flyers blocked a lot of shots as well. 20 blocks for them into Vegas's 13. Shots per period. In the first period, 12 shots to 10 in favor of Vegas. In the second, 16-8 in favor of Vegas. And in the third, 16-7 in favor of Vegas. So once again, another game where the Flyers get outshot mightily. But thank God for Carter Hart. Thank God for Carter Hart. So, I don't want to be overly negative. I don't. I just want to, have a day where you just finally, talk about a win. I think that's all that matters right now. I think we all know at the end of the day the problems with this team and our opinions of this team, but at least we could talk about a win and for how fucking good Carter Hart was in this game. He was just flat out fantastic. So, your upcoming schedule, like I said earlier, you play tomorrow, less than 24 hours against the Arizona Coyotes. I would assume Martin Jones is going for the Flyers tomorrow after what Carter Hart faced today. And you definitely know they're not going to be playing a back-to-back for Carter Hart. So I would assume Martin Jones tomorrow against an Arizona team who was definitely worse than the Flyers. And I want to see their last 10 games just to see how bad they have been doing recently compared to what the Flyers have been. So yes, Arizona, they are 5-19-2 on the season, only 12 points. They have lost 4 in a row, and they're 3-6-1 in their last 10 games. At home, Arizona is a terrible team. They are 2-8-1, so definitely a team that you need to pounce on. Definitely a team that you need to beat. You cannot lose to this Arizona Coyotes team, and I think this could be huge for this team because you beat Vegas going into tomorrow. Hopefully you get some confidence, but still, I'm not looking at big picture at this point. I'm just looking for a team that can, try just to build some confidence and get some wins under their belt. I'm not expecting that much. Just try to go out there day by day and get a win. I think that's all that matters at this point, because at the end of the day, I think we still all have our own opinions on this team and how the path should go. Because at this point, I do think eventually, because I do think they dug a hole that was too deep for themselves, but who knows what could happen because this Flyers team has done it before, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, actually, but still. My hopes aren't that high. I think this team should eventually, break it down, go into a rebuild mode, especially with these next 2 drafts coming up, but that's still way too far down in the future right now. So let's see just what happens in this upcoming stretch. Take it day by day. But like I said, my hopes aren't that high, but at least today we can talk about a win. That's all that matters. And Carter fucking Hart was amazing in this game. And to talk about, everything on Flyers Twitter going with that, everyone making their profile picture, the guy with, the paper bag over his head, that's just absolutely hilarious. Gets some laughs out of everyone, just everyone showing their passion. They just want the Flyers to be good, and just everything. It's just funny. I just find it absolutely funny, that goddamn picture. It's just so funny. It just gave you a couple of laughs over the past couple of days, with the frustrations with this losing streak. At least that was something to put a smile on everyone's face. So, thank God we get a win tonight. Thank God for Carter Hart, and hopefully we can get a win tomorrow night against the Arizona Coyotes. So, what are your thoughts on this game, everyone? What are your thoughts on Carter Hart's performance? Do you think this team can build confidence, or do you think at the end of the day your opinion is still the same about this team? So I want to hear those thoughts down in the comment section below, so don't forget to leave those down there. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Flyer.pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that good stuff is down in the description below. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button. I will greatly appreciate that. And if we get to 500 subscribers, we'll do a giveaway. So definitely do that. And I will see you next time.